Hello everybody. Occupy. Occupy Zakati. Oh no. Occupy Union. You know, this union name comes from trade union. This park has a long history of rights, justice, democracy, and labor, and everything. I see Eric is also doing live stream. That's good. All right.
Great. I also want you to know that on Saturday, I think probably here at noon. Hi.
Hi, how are you, Eric?
There's going to be a speaker who is a Pulitzer Prize-winning historian. His name is Mike Wallace, and he'll be able to teach us about predecessor movements. Movements that have also been working for equality and addressing issues around economic right throughout the last, 100 years.
So there are some teachings planned.
For example, how useful is a whole paragraph that gives community. So, what it is, or Mike Wallace, not the journalist Mike Wallace, this is the historian Mike Wallace, will be available to us. So come on down to Union Square and be part of that, and be part of our movement, or at least get to know us. I'm out of battery, but I can come back.
That's fine, I'll say everything.
Thank you. Well, I hope you'll say more later.
I'll do is corner for somebody else there.
Oh, but he may be able to ask more questions. I gotta go.
Yeah, what's going on? Tell me something.
Tell you something? Well, right now we're here at Union Square. So Occupy Wall Street, Occupy Union Square for the most part.
Yeah.
And I just got finished, streaming another cast right here. And for the most part, I was just talking about issues that I think are, not being brought up enough within the Occupy movement in regards to better centralizing on a topic of discussion.
You like centralizing?
Excuse me? Yeah, I like centralizing. I like, focusing on one issue at a time. We got to, a table full, a list full of issues that we're facing. We all have our own personal gripes. But I like focusing on one issue at a time, starting with the topic that's the most important. Me personally, the most, fundamental issue that we need to be just talking about right now, I think, is National Defense Authorization Act and HR 347. HR 347, I'll paraphrase it, just keep it real simple for you guys out there. Pretty much prohibiting protesting, at all costs. It's an extreme attack against our First Amendment right.
You mean you want to make a big rally to prevent that laws?
Yeah, for the most part, we can't go into federal building, cause a disruption, and that's I can compromise on that. But what I cannot compromise on is the fact that in that legislation, pretty much states that we couldn't be on so we had to be at a certain amount of feet away from a federal building, or we'd be subject to arrest even if we didn't know that building was there, and we could be tried, on a federal level.
Yeah.
And in regards to the National Defense Authorization Act,
right.
Specifically in clauses 1021 and 1022, I'm not for the indefinite detention of U.S. citizens. The terminology has been used by mainstream media, if you ask me. When you look at the word occupy, you see the word domestic terrorist not too far, followed. In the transcript. And that's
terroristic threat?
Yeah, maybe they're just afraid of signs.
Anybody can make terroristic threat, right? Anything can be called terroristic threat.
Well, anything can be.
Like you scare me, you're a terrorist.
Yeah, pretty much, and that's not.
Your group here scares me, you're a terrorist.
Well, it's a police state that we're living in right now, and I think it couldn't be more apparent right now that we are in a police state. And I think it's that much more apparent right now because Occupy has, taken a foothold in exposing the NYPD.
Yeah.
For the most part, and we can finally see, after a while, there hasn't been a, serious protest or serious uprising since since the civil rights movement, and there's been like a little bit of a generation gap for the most part. But now I think we'll finally be able to see the free state that we're living in, and the jury. And what the NYPD's code of conduct pretty much is. To me, in my opinion.
How can you stop NYPD brutality?
I don't think. The thing about stopping NYPD police brutality, in order to stop NYPD police brutality, the first thing you got to do is, first of all, not fight them back, but do the exact opposite. Expose it. Continue to keep exposing it. That's exactly what we're doing right now. Everybody has pretty much their own media outlet. Your media outlet was a lot more reliable than watching MSNBC, CNN, Fox News. Anybody that has a camera, for the most part, you're your own media outlet. You can upload it on YouTube. You tell your friends, and you get streaming. Your live stream.
But they still really mistreat and beat and abuse, arrest the cameraman like me. They do.
Yeah, they do. I mean,
So,
a camera's your best friend.
Well, still, I know that's why I have it, but that doesn't really stop them. But cameras and the crowd, big crowd, together. Actually, crowds really tame them much better than cameras. Big crowds, not like small. So the main issue here, how are you gonna bring millions of people here in New York City, especially this area and more,
Well, I think this is a good start. This is a good start. occupyWinning Square, we were down there at Wall Street, but the majority of the congregation here in New York City, for the most part, especially around the East Village and the West Village, the youth, you know what I'm saying, pretty much come through Union Square, come through out of Union Square for the most part. And as you can see, everybody's just stopping to see exactly what's going on.
Right.
People are eager. People are curious. If people weren't curious about Occupy, then what are we looking at right now? Whether they love or hate Occupy, people are still curious.
I see some kind of joining together, interacting. That's a good thing. So keep it up. Make people come and learn and join and grow the crowd, and the cameras come along too. They come together, help.
For those of you that want to follow me and follow, I'm a part of Camp Anonymous.
Yeah.
You know what Camp Anonymous is? Find me, Scout Thomas, SCOUT, Thomas, THOMAS, and the rest of my camp will be here really soon. And you're definitely going to want to stay tuned for that.
Right. You can always Google my name and last name here, and you get the Twitter and Facebook and blog I have on the first page when you Google, and then when I really make this, it goes to my Facebook and Twitter. So when you see something, you just retweet it so more people can see. In case something like police abuse and something serious like this, everybody can see that way. Yeah, so more people come here. We have food, right?
Yeah, we have food. We have pretty much everything we need right now. I mean,
that's good. So crowd really likes that. So we need this thing going. Food, shelter, and some kind of activities.
Well, the only ordeal right now seems to be, when it rains, something like that. But I think we can do something like that. But there's no need right now. Personally, I'm speaking about this. I don't think we need tents. I don't think we need tarps. For the most part, the weather's getting warm. We just need the NYPD to just back the fuck off and leave us the fuck alone for the most part.
Crowd. When you have big crowd, they naturally retreat. It's normal, even in the wars.
I also want to make a very important thing for those that are watching internationally, that if you are within occupied or within occupied territory and the NYPD does seem like they're surrounding the park, there is a chance that you might be arrested. I've seen many of people, many civilians, I've seen many of foreigners that weren't even a part of Occupy, just trying to cross the street, get the shit beat out of them by guys wearing that suit right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I personally have no respect for the NYPD. I don't listen to anything they say. I used to have an ounce of respect because my grandfather served in the military, so I used to have some kind of respect for authority and officials. But in regards to how they've been conducting themselves, anybody that's wearing blue, I look at you worse than horse shit for the most part. So that's how I see the NYPD, and that's just me, how I'm feeling about it. And a lot of occupiers feeling that way too.
Good. Keep it up.
Will do.